Well, hello and welcome back to 53.5, a hiking series where I, Thomas Kerr, hike all 50 of the 3,500 footers right here in the state of Maine. Welcome back to another episode. Today is a beautiful sunny summer day. Not too hot. It is supposed to be hotter inland, but here in the mountains it's got a high of about 72 degrees. Which is not terrible. I'm sure I'm still going to be sweating like crazy because this is a tough one. I am on a section of the Appalachian Trail here to do Old Blue and Bemis Mountain, which are two mountains that I have been trying to check off my list for a while. I have made one attempt at them before, but it was this past winter. The trail was completely unbroken, which I kind of expected because this is not a popular day hiking route. But nonetheless, my friend and I gave it a go, decided it was not worth the risk. We turned around less than a mile from the trailhead and did another hike instead. But today, conditions are much better. There is no snow. So I am going to be taking my best swing at knocking these off the list. This is a rugged hike, like I said. Right off the bat, you're climbing to the moon. It's got about 4K of vert for the whole hike, so pretty good chunk of elevation there, and I'm doing a big chunk of it right now. I'm working my way up Old Blue, so I'm gonna keep on hiking. Thank you for joining me today, and let's check off Old Blue and Bemis Mountain. Maine 3,500 footers, number 37. Oh, I am so excited to be up here. It continues to be beautiful. And although there are some black flies, it's nothing like it was a Mahoosuc arm. Like, I can actually stand in one place and not get completely eaten alive, so that's nice. Although there is a lot of alpine vegetation up here, you still can get some really good views. It's not a clear 360 view, but there are some good views for sure, so I will take it. I have knocked out over half of the elevation gain so far, so that's really good. Still got 2,000 to go though, so I have plenty more climbing to do. Feeling good though, probably gonna have a snack and then continue on. This water looks like iced tea, but it's just water that I filtered from the stream. I've seen water with tannins in it before, but this is probably the darkest I've seen it, and it was even darker in the filter. So through the trees here, you can see this big mountain here, and that is Elephant Mountain. It's one of the 3,500 footers, and it's also on the New England 100 highest list. I've already checked it off, and I actually did both summits. The main summit is over here, but the North Peak I also bushwhacked up to because it's on the 3,500 footer list. In the distance beyond it though, you can see this other mountain. It looks pretty far away. That is Bemis Mountain, and I'll actually be heading down alongside Elephant Mountain, skirting around it, and then hitting the summit, coming all the way back. It looks far away from here. Bemis Mountain, Maine 3,500 footers, number 38. I made it. Oh, it's definitely getting warm, but it feels good to be here. This one is a wooded summit. There's kind of views through the trees, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I made it all the way here, 6.85 miles up to the summit. And after I sit and cool off for a minute, drink some water, have a snack, I'm gonna be turning back around and going back the way I came. So it is the drawback of the out and backs. You have to go back over all the terrain you just covered. I always prefer to do a loop whenever I can, but I will say this is a much better out and back than I expected it to be, because I was dreading this a little bit. I was, you know, it's going to be a long out and back and a lot of elevation, and I don't know, just not too excited about it. But it turned out to be just beautiful. So much moss, so many ferns, just really nice woods, a different variety of woods. You know, you have the really open woods, and then you have the just tree tunnels, and everything is just so beautiful. The birds have been singing all day. So honestly, I've just really enjoyed it. It has a very nice forest atmosphere, more so than the Mahoosics did. Mahoosics were beautiful in their own regard. So many views, just so rugged. But this definitely has more of that wilderness, remote, just forest vibe to it. So really enjoyed it. Glad I got to check these two off. Because I'm going back the way I came, I won't film anything beyond here, but I really appreciate you watching. If you have not already, make sure to like this video and subscribe so that I can reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. I'd love to have you tune in again. If you missed the announcement in my last video, I announced that I will be hiking the 100-mile wilderness this summer. So those videos are upcoming very soon. So make sure to keep an eye out for those. But thanks again for watching. And until next time, stay inspired, stay creative, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.